Every clip of him being weird ever has resurfaced. And it turns out he was being weird the whole time. 50 Cent's documentary series about Sean Combs is titled Diddy Do It?
My lamp is dead in the background, man. Guys, look, we got Diddy's collapse. This is part 2. I'll just put this here, man. Just so it looks a bit more, you know, a bit more aesthetic. Yeah, so we got the second part of Diddy's collapse, Untouchable to Indicted. I did part 1. It was my first time checking out Josh Johnson ever. So now I'm going to be checking out the part 2, which is going to be another kind of 20-minute segment of this full bit. And yeah, guys, I'm excited to get into this one, guys. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new here and like this video, so I know you guys want to see more. And let me know some more new stuff you want to check out. But yeah, this Diddy situation is crazy. Let's see what Josh Johnson's got to say, guys. So that being said, let's get back into this video. Let's go.
And he doesn't seem to care. He just keeps jawing at him. And then Diddy, like, well, then let's go. Why would you? And then the threats come and everything. And then someone else goes, yo, Mike, that's Diddy. That's Diddy.
If you haven't seen part 1, Diddy dressed up as a clown on Halloween. Josh has made a joke about how we usually dress up as people for Halloween. Diddy dressed up like who he actually is as the Joker. That was a crazy joke. It was hilarious though. And he's found himself in this almost altercation with another celebrity who didn't know it was Diddy because of the thing was so good. See part 1 if you haven't already, but that's a bit of context going in. And he's also talked about the 1,000 baby oil stuff. And he talks about some of the court case that Diddy's going through, about how they refused his $50 million dollar bail. So you know that's saying something. But let's continue.
That's Diddy. And he doesn't seem to care. He just keeps jawing at him. And then Diddy, for some reason, decides to let it go, right? Even gives him a hug. And he was like, oh, it's all good, man. But how about you come to the after party and check the vibration?
Yeah, man. Let's not go there.
And I was like, man, this is the devil. Where is Batman when you need him?
Yeah. That did not age well.
There's 2 types of blackmail that Diddy engaged in, right? One was the blackmail that was coercion, right? It was basically he would have these freak-offs. That's the name of it. I didn't come up with that just now. Don't look at me like I'm sick. I saw your faces. I said it because it's the official term. It's in a government document now. It's not just street slang. It's not Twitter talk. They said the Attorney General said freak off when he was addressing the nation. So I'm saying freak off. Well, he would have these freak offs, right? And, you know, he would be recording while it was happening. And one of the things that he would do is that if somebody was an unwilling participant and they ever turned on him or told him that they were going to go to the police or they just weren't going to do what he said, he would tell them he had a tape of them and they wouldn't want to get that tape out, right? So he would blackmail them that way. But the other way he would blackmail people is he would have these wild parties and he would be taping everybody.
Wow, yeah.
So if you just show up and you do something you're not supposed to be doing, maybe you cheat on your spouse, maybe you do. He's got blackmail on everybody, top to bottom. 2 types of blackmail. It's absolutely crazy. So many people want this dude dead.
Yeah, you know, even recently I'm seeing a lot of these kind of old clips and pictures being resurfaced from the people that would be hanging out with Diddy. Yeah, it's just not looking good, but there seems to be a lot of content that is coming out amongst all of this debacle. So yeah, it's insane, man.
It's absolutely crazy. So many people want this dude dead. They put him on. They put Diddy on watch, make sure he doesn't hurt himself, because it would make a lot of sense. If there was ever a time to do it, it'd be now, Diddy. And so they put him on watch and everything, and that's gotta be wild to be like a powerful person, one of Diddy's friends, you know, knowing you were at some of these freak-offs, knowing that he has dirt on you. He might tell on you, and you just sitting there at home, just
shaking,
praying.
Yeah, this could be more than praying, man.
You know, I don't know who wants him dead more, his victims or his friends.
That's raw.
That dude is such a monster, and now every clip of him being weird ever has resurfaced. And it turns out he was being weird the whole time.
Yeah.
This dude went on Conan and basically just started giving a blueprint for how to get people at your party to take their clothes off. This dude was on Conan O'Brien. Conan was sitting there being like, this sounds bad.
But nobody was really doing anything at the time.
And by the way, this is old, this isn't recent. This is like what looks like early Conan, so it's still a little grainy, even though I was watching it on Twitter, and he's over here, and he was skinnier, and he had his shades on inside at night and everything. All the stuff we used to let him get away with. And he was like, oh yeah, you know, you want to make sure that you don't have the air conditioning on, you know, and you got to really have a lot of alcohol for people and a little bit of water, but mostly alcohol. And Conan was like, oh. You could see in Conan's eyes, he was fighting to find a commercial. He was...
No, that's wild. You know, it makes you also like think about some of the things you hear on TV. Even not even just TV, song lyrics, yeah? We hear the most craziest things and people still nodding their head and bouncing along like they didn't hear what they just heard. So I feel like we use Diddy as an example here because what's coming out of him, don't be surprised if your favorite artist, he's talking about you know what lyrics, is doing something crazy as well. And when they get exposed, don't be acting surprised because I feel like a lot of these men be just doing it in your face. But because they're celebrities, people just, you know, let them get away with it. You know what I'm saying? And they want to be acting all surprised when they see it all come out in the documents, in the transcript.
He was fighting to find a commercial. He was... Diddy talking like it's nothing. And like,
he is, man.
He's like, yeah, okay. Oof. This is one of the wildest things to me about Diddy, right? Is that he made an enemy a long time ago in a man named 50 Cent.
Yeah, beef.
50 Cent hates Diddy so much. Okay. You ever been in a situation where, let's say there's somebody that you work with, right? And we're both just regular people, but y'all work together and you don't know what it is, but you hate them. And it's not even because they're bad at their job. They're not even being particularly annoying on purpose, but you can't stand. Every time they pass by, you want to grit your teeth. You hate them. You don't even know why. You don't know where it came from. You just hate them so much. Maybe they have a little quirk, or maybe they chew real loud. Maybe they chew so loud you can tell what they're eating. You know, just something real gross. Maybe they swallow weird and you can hear their esophagus and stuff. And y'all take your lunch at the same time, so you sitting in there while they eating, enjoying it, yumming it up. You put your AirPods in, you can't drown it out. You still hear, and then every swallow just. And you're like, that I hate. Ooh. And then things keep happening because y'all work together. Y'all work at the same job, so you have to interact with them. Maybe they're even in a different department, but you have to interact with them from time to time, and you hate it because they always bring up the weirdest conversations. They got a lot of feelings about tube socks. 6 sentences into a conversation, you're like, who is this dude? What? Y'all get each other for Secret Santa.
No Secret Santa. No Secret Santa.
You're like, I don't even know what they're gonna get me, but I know it's gonna be weird. Can't stand them. And then one day you're at work and you're at your wit's end, you know, because you hate them so much that you've actually been watching them. Watching them, waiting for them to do something fireable. You know?
That's nice.
You even buddy up to HR just so that whenever you bring your case to HR, they'll be like, hey, yeah, buddy, I got you. I've been worried about him too, you know? Going to work, you can't stand this dude. You hate him so much. Sometimes you just look at the back of his head and you don't even know it's you doing it, but all of a sudden you standing behind him and your fist is right there.
Yo, this is sounding personal.
You hate this dude, and then one day you're at work, regular day. You at work, he's at work, and out of nowhere, you couldn't have imagined it. Truly out of nowhere, Homeland Security comes.
That's crazy.
And arrests this dude in his big mink coat or whatever he's wearing. No, I don't think anybody felt, you know, more vindicated that was on the outer edges of Diddy's sphere.
Guys, just for a bit of context, I'm not too sure what Homeland Security is. It seems like the United States Department of Homeland Security is the U.S. federal executive department responsible for public security, roughly comparable to the Interior or Home Ministries of other countries. No, that's serious. If Homeland Security is like is that a federal executive department? Yeah, that's how you know it's serious. That sounds serious. Damn.
No, I don't think anybody felt, you know, more vindicated that was on the outer edges of Diddy's sphere than 50 Cent. 50 Cent had hated that dude for years. And look, 50 Cent isn't the one. Don't mess with 50 Cent because not only is he funny, which is already dangerous, he's so funny that you can tell he a natural bully. You ever been bullied by somebody and then went and tell people what they did and the people you told were like, that is funny though. Like that. I know it's wrong, but that was pretty good. Yeah. Like, because we're not talking even about bullying in the terms of violence. I'm talking about bullying in like waiting for you to get real excited about something and then tricking you right at. Okay. 50 Cent, early in his career, he couldn't stand a dude named Ja Rule.
Ja Rule?
If you don't know who Ja Rule is, then 50 Cent did his job.
Let me make sure I search on it. I just call Ja Rule.
50 Cent hated Ja Rule and hated him in a way that I was like, something deeper is going on here. Because you don't just hate a coworker this bad off of nothing. But he couldn't stand him. He felt like he was fake. There was even a series on BET called Beef. Beef was amazing because Beef would make these mini documentaries about different beefs that were happening in all of hip hop.
So Ja Rule's another like artist?
Many documentaries about different beefs that were happening in all of hip hop throughout history and currently. And at the time, one of the current ones was 50 Cent and Ja Rule. And they had interviewed both of them because what they would do with the show that was brilliant was that they wouldn't just like give you this like faceless voiceover David Attenborough documentary style. Like, they really got interviews from everybody, you know? And so then they interviewed Ja Rule. At one point, he was on the couch with some of his buddies, and they asked him about 50 Cent, and he was just, who?
Oh.
Who?
I haven't seen that.
Who?
Damn.
And they interviewed 50 Cent, and 50 Cent was ready. I don't know where 50 Cent was, but I think he made the smart decision to go ahead and be on a balcony or somewhere outside in case he got loud. And he just went in on Ja Rule like they had been longtime enemies. These are two dudes who I'm pretty sure don't know each other at all. But 50 Cent, at one point, he even said, this dude.
Yeah, you guys want to let me know in some of the context here. Like, let me know if you've seen what, that show that he's talking about, and maybe some context, because I'll be very curious to see if this is actually how it was. It sounds like it though.
But 50 Cent, at one point, he even said, this dude, I'll never forget this. This is when I fully understood like hate on a petty level in my life for the first time. Because I was a teenager watching Beef on BET. And he was on the balcony, so the balcony railings about here, and 50 Cent just, they did a perfect job with the editing, by the way. They keep cutting back and forth, so every time they give a detail about Ja Rule, 50 Cent said something treacherous, right? It was really great, you know, because then Ja Rule would say something along the lines of like, I'm a star, I don't need to worry about up-and-comers hating on me, blah, blah, blah. And then it would cut to 50 Cent. 50 Cent would be like, yeah, go hang out with the pop stars and Christina Aguilera, whoever you want, if they'll accept you. But dog, you fake. You're fake. You're fake. Like, it was like he was getting angrier and angrier throughout the interview. And I remember the interview because the last time they cut to him, I've never seen anything like it. They cut to this dude one last time, and he just went,
Yo, that's scary. What was he gonna say? Imagine what he would have said.
50 Cent hated Ja Rule. And then Ja Rule got into it with Eminem.
Okay.
And Eminem and Dr. Dre had, signed 50 Cent, and they were a huge part of his career, especially on the come up, and they collaborated a bunch, and they, were touring together. They would have toured together more if Eminem hadn't decided to stay home and be with family and stuff like that. They tight, right? Making incredible music together, classics. And Ja Rule went at 50 Cent, went at Eminem, because he didn't have a crystal ball. He couldn't see the future. And it went terribly for him. I mean, Eminem just ripped him apart in several songs with references.
I haven't seen any of that.
There were moments, Eminem is too funny, Eminem had a song with him. Haley's in the song, and she's like,
Haley's in the song.
is Ja Rule bigger than me? And Eminem said, no, sweetie, y'all are the same size.
That's his daughter. Wow. That's a petty one.
And Eminem, for his part, was very much above board. I don't really have a problem with you.
Right.
I was even almost about to squash it. And then you mentioned my daughter's name. My daughter's a kid, man. And so he just went at him, right? And destroyed him thoroughly.
Yeah, why is he going after the kid?
But 50 Cent was on a different level. 50 Cent was like, I don't think that this will ever be over. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you apologize to me. Never be over. I can't stand this dude. And Ja Rule goes to prison at one point. I don't remember what for. A part of me thinks 50 Cent had something to do with it, but I like. There's no way for me to tell, but then, if I have my timing right, Ja Rule gets out of prison, and no matter when, I could be wrong about the timing here, but I know that the thing happened. Basically, Ja Rule has a concert, and it's gonna be like a big comeback, like get my career going type of concert, like a welcome home party, a revival of Ja Rule's career. And the tickets actually sell fast, which I was perplexed by.
Okay.
Because I was like, how? Not even as a hater, just like, I don't know. It's like if you found out everybody in the world was actually into air hockey, you'd be like, I had no idea. You always see the table there, but I...
Wow, that's a good way to describe it.
So the tickets were selling fast, and nobody was probably more excited than Ja Rule. And then the day comes for the concert, and Ja Rule goes out, and it turns out that 50 Cent had bought most of the seats.
Oh. No wonder. Oh. Well, like his fans? His face.
I do my best to put myself in other people's shoes. And I tried to imagine what it would be like if I came out here and y'all weren't here.
Well, I mean, I'm only just getting that joke. Wait, you're telling me 50 Cent bought a lot of the tickets? No wonder why there weren't that many seats. No way 50 did that. That's petty.
If I came out here and y'all weren't here.
Oh, I just got that joke. That's bad.
If it was just 3 of y'all in the back that I had to yell to.
I can't believe 50 did that. 50 is petty.
Imagine that, trying to still do the show. Yeah, it's crazy out here. But I said all that to say that 50 Cent and everything that happened is to show you that that's the dude that hated Diddy.
Yeah. I was wondering how this all ties in. Yeah, that's 50 sounds like a very petty guy who holds grudges. Or at least he can be. But he's great at the jokes when he does it.
Hated him so much, hated him to his core, couldn't stand him. For years he hated him. There was even a moment, okay.
Guys, I'm seeing a TikTok here talking about how 50 Cent bought 4 rows in the front seat of one of Ja Rule's concerts. If that doesn't scream petty, I don't know what does. But yeah, if that's the guy who doesn't like Diddy, oh my days, what is 50 gonna do? That's a great context.
Couldn't stand him. For years he hated him.
Bear in mind, that's like 200 seats or 300. Yeah, he bought like 300 seats. Like, that's crazy. Yo, that's crazy.
Hated him to his core, couldn't stand him. For years he hated him. There was even a moment, okay, I'm sure you saw this, but in case you didn't, it's one of the things that really showed me that he hated him on like a petty level, a professional level, business level, all of it.
Wow. What did he do?
I'm pretty sure it was Diddy that posted a picture of himself. I don't know where he was. Maybe it was New York, maybe it was not Miami or something, but he was on a bike and he was just riding his bike, and then 50 Cent commented, "You know he's smiling because there's no seat on that bike."
Yo, that is a joke.
50 Cent is funny.
That's joke.
And he's not the one. If 50 Cent came at me, I'd be like, should I just shoot myself in the leg or what? I don't want any problems. I'm very sorry for whatever I did. Please don't do this.
That's scary.
Because I don't know when it really started, but you take it back, all the way back to the early part of 50 Cent's career, and he's popping, he's killing it, right? Get Rich or Die Trying is an all-time hip-hop classic. Curtis, all-time hip-hop classic. Mm-hmm. This man is pumping out amazing music. He's having incredible tours and everything. And at one point, he goes, this is years later from the time I'm talking about, but we're going to get back there. He goes on the Breakfast Club, and he talks to them about, things he's promoting, and he's just chilling and everything. Right. And Diddy comes up, and he tells this story of being at a wedding. I don't remember whose wedding, but he was at this wedding, and just hanging out and everything, and Diddy's there, and Diddy's chatting him up, being like, "Man, I like you. You real cool dude and everything. Like, yeah, we should hang out. Let me take you shopping sometime." And then 50 Cent said, "What?"
His face.
And Diddy doesn't say anything wrong, so he repeats it. He's like, "No, let me take you shopping sometime." And he was like, "Man, get away from me." Because Diddy is so hated by 50 Cent that apparently A decade ago, 50 Cent just started gathering information on Diddy.
Wow.
As much as he could find.
Wow.
And he started working on a documentary series.
Wow.
On how bad Diddy is.
Are you serious?
A documentary. He did interviews. He hates this man so much. I've heard of gossip. I've never heard of like, no, okay, we're gonna have the whole crew there by 3, all right? I will have a place for you to sit, we'll have some snacks and everything. We'll just chop it up, we'll just chat. Tell me everything that he did, that bastard, right? A documentary series that he's already potentially sold to Netflix. He hates this. I've never hated. So I not only do my best to not be a hateful person, I really try to let things go and not hate anybody. So I don't even know what it's like to hate someone. So I've never hated someone. So imagine hating someone so much you're willing to edit.
Yeah, that's, That's
You're willing to sit at the computer and be like, no, that's not. Let's see if we can make this B-roll work. This dude hates him so much that there's actually things on the cutting room floor that didn't make it in.
Wow.
Imagine you hate somebody so much you don't even have time for how much you hate them in the thing you made about hating them.
Wow.
And the craziest thing about it is that apparently, I don't know if this is true, but this is what I've been hearing. I looked it up from several outlets, and 50 Cent's documentary series about Sean Combs is titled, Did He Do It?
I didn't know that. That's beautiful. Oh my God.
This is the worst enemy to have.
No, he is. All right, guys, we're gonna pause it there. Wow, what a segment that was. I didn't realize how much 50 can hold a grudge, or like how far his hatred could go, but he does it in such a funny way that you just can't help but laugh at. Did he do it? If that is the actual name of the documentary, first, I need to see that documentary. Let me know if any of you guys have heard of it or seen it, or if that's true, because I don't know about that. And then 2 is, that is a title. And you could tell that it seems like 50 knew all along, man, what Diddy was about, because yeah, he just was not feeling him. And rightfully so, because I don't think I've seen any clips of 50 looking bad. And considering what's happening with Diddy now, a lot of people are going down with Diddy by the looks of it. But 50 seemed like the guy he tried letting us know this whole time, man. He did a whole documentary. Yo, that's crazy. Let me even just quickly search that, man. I don't know if it's out as of right now, but if it's coming out as of the time of recording, if it's out, like, that's crazy, man. I wouldn't be surprised. But wow, I didn't know that, man. What a video from Josh. Josh is hilarious. I love how he told his story. I like how he speculates quite a bit. Like, this is very relatable. Like, he kind of just lets you know his thoughts out loud, which is actually a kind of thing I like about his humor, his comedy. But yeah, that's been my second part of this reaction. I'll link part 1 in the description below if you guys haven't seen it already. That one was just as funny as this one. But yeah, stay tuned for part 3. I'll be posting that soon on the channel. But guys, as we said, I've been JayFlex. This has been Diddy's Collapse, Untouchable to Indicted, part 2. And for those of you guys who missed this point, you guys have been absolutely wonderful, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.